Hi everybody, welcome to Illuminating the Darkness with Rosie. Hi, that's me. So I would like to do moon readings, and today we'll do a full moon reading that goes over the moon in Capricorn at this moment. It is called the buck moon at this time. So full moons are, they mean completion. They can bring abundance and transformation. These are times to release and let go, kind of really reflect on what's working for you or not, and also what your new moon intentions were, how those are like aligning and going, and then kind of weed out what isn't working. So like visualize your goals, express your gratitude, and then do spiritual cleansings. So you can do things like salt baths. You can do release practices like yoga, breath work, and like meditation. Or you could do like fasting, different things just to kind of align yourself and get yourself into that energy and allow you to release things that you're holding within you. This phase encourages releasing, reviewing, and celebrating rather than setting new goals. So right now you're not wanting to build onto the goals that you already have. You want to just kind of chill for a second, reflect it, and then let it ride for a second. Don't be making too many goals at once. You might feel full of energy. I know the past couple of days I have been feeling like I want to take on all kinds of new stuff, and I have a bad tendency to fill my plate way too full and then not be able to stretch myself that far. But we're stretching, okay? So full moon on Capricorn can mean like ambition, responsibilities, and achievements. It is about overcoming trust issues, releasing control. It says that you can have more opportunity of committed relationships and self-empowerment. So again, releasing these things can strengthen the other things, make room for stuff to come in for you. This serves as a reminder to confront your barriers. These things like obscure your path, and you just kind of want to clear that space. So Capricorn is the goat of the tarot, or not the tarot, the zodiac. It's a symbol of perseverance and meticulous ambition. So they are a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs initiate change. They start new seasons. They are the idea people, the leaders of the zodiac. They take charge and set trends. These are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So acknowledge your emotional maturation. So during this Cancer season that we are still in, make sure that you're gentle with yourself, you honor your vulnerability, and you see your growth. Try to step into your visualization of your higher self. Always continue to move forward. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It emphasizes discipline, responsibility, and building a solid foundation. So again, during this time, just release outdated patterns, behaviors that don't serve you, be gentle with yourself, and just watch your growth. This is a full moon is like a self-care time. It's like time in between the new moons. So like it's 2 weeks out. So like the new moon, you're building your goals, you're setting all these intentions, and the full moon is like your little break, your release. Then you still kind of are working on a release until the new moon, and then it's cleared, and then you set your new intentions again. So we are going to do a little 3-card pull. I'll go over the energy of the cards, and then we'll do a 1-card pull from the Black Moon astrology cards. Using the energy of the moon is a very useful way to know how to move, know how to make your goals and align your ambitions. So that way you're not working against that energy. Because like I said, I had that, we have this full moon energy and we start feeling this need to accomplish and do all these things. We feel really cool, but really this is the time to release and let go. I think picking up new things during these times are what adds to burnout later on, because we're doing too much. All right, one more. I don't know. I feel like I'm done yet. All right. Alright, we got a whole bunch of reversals. 8 of Swords in reverse. Ah, Knight of Swords in reverse. And Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, y'all, so 8 of Swords in reversed. It can be like self-doubt, preventing you from moving forward and unlocking your doors to success. It says, do not allow negativity to shatter your dreams and cage you in despair. Even with fear, keep creating your reality instead of losing hope. So, like, we're holding ourselves back whenever it comes down to that. Knight of Swords in reverse, unable to utilize mental and physical energy. You might have a lack of courage or a lack of resources. Release energy. So like with this full moon, release the energy. You might have scattered thoughts, scattered plans. You might be all over the place with things. Struggling with decision making, and every little failure that you're experiencing is getting you so down that you're just like, I have to give up. I can't even carry on anymore. But what we have to remember is that success does not happen overnight. You have to continuously strive to reach your full potential. You want to earn that, so that way when you get it, you appreciate it and you know the value of it, instead of, somebody that's just given things and they don't have to earn it, and they just like take it for granted and they never learn the true meanings and lessons behind that stuff. So use these failures as stepping stones to get you to the height that you're wanting to get into. Life doesn't stop. So like when we lie down and we decide we're gonna crawl in a hole and die, life just keeps on moving, and then one day we crawl out the hole and we say, oh wow, nobody else stopped. Well, no, nobody else stopped. So just keep going. Just say, oh, okay, well, shit, that don't work. I'm going to try something else. So then we got Knight of Swords in reversed. It means delays and frustrations in every aspect of your life. So right now you might feel like you are just hitting brick walls every way around. You're just losing your power and authority. You're feeling low and deprived. This can really be internal. Again, these releasing moments can really help you with new perspectives. A new perspective and attitude can really change a lot for you. This card also shows that there are resources available to you. You know, the Knight of Swords said that it might be a lack of resources, but the Knight of Wands is saying that there are resources available. You just have to tap into that, see it for what it is, and stop taking things for granted. Your behavior can be a very big issue on how you're going through life. So maybe being more flexible with your behavior and how you approach life and different things can change. It also stands for looking at the results of your efforts. So like again, you're feeling so depleted and like everything's just weighing on you and getting you down. But really when you take that step back, then you're able to observe and be like, wow, I actually have progressed a lot. So, like, sometimes when we're just in the moment too much, we tend to just feel like nothing has changed and we're just still stuck. We're still going through all these issues. And, as someone who has worked with elderly for a very long time, I will tell you that doesn't ever stop. Like, there's not an age that we just reach and everything's bliss and cool and calm, and then we're successful and that's it. Life will always give you challenges until the day you die. Like, literally till the day that you leave this planet. There's nothing we can do about it. So this goes along with the full moon energy. You might be feeling all these things because the full moon is bringing up all this energy, all these lack of confidence, the self-doubts, the fear, and it really makes it to where we feel stuck and like we can't move on. We feel paralyzed and frozen. So, the full moon is literally just letting yourself thaw. You're releasing all these things and letting the ice melt. Alright, so I got Venus Love. Goes well with Cancer season, huh? Lovey. Oh, went real quick, hold on. Alright. The Venus card says to let love take care of it for now. Venus is the morning star and the brightest of the planets. It is the planet of beauty and balance and is named after the goddess of love and romance, which is what the planet rules. In Scandinavian lands, the equivalent of the Roman goddess Venus was Freya. Among the Greeks, she was Aphrodite. Venereal disease is named for Venus. After all, she charms and seduces. She was once associated with Lucifer, who was not a demon, but an angel of light who fell to the earth, playing from the heavens. Sorry, sometimes when I haven't read things before, I have to trip over it a little bit. In reality, the part of the astrological chart Venus rules is where we want the good life, where we desire ease and comfort, sweets and kisses, where we want to see beautiful, be beautiful, and smell beautiful. Venus co-rules the signs of Libra and Taurus, but the energies function differently in these signs. In Libra, Venus works best in the fields of beauty, social balance, and romantic love, while in Taurus, Venus stands for creature comforts and accumulating fineries. In both signs, Venus is very partner-oriented. There is great need to unite with another when the Venus card presents itself. This can bring on codependency and fears of going it alone. Both Libra and Taurus are signs best supported in some form of partnership, but it does not necessarily have to be romantic or a marriage. Venus is the lesser Neptune. Love, romance, and art are her domains, yet she doesn't get lost in them and lose her practical side. In fact, Venus is the planet of fashion, luxuries, balance, symmetry, artistic ability, and sugary foods, and she prefers to overlook the ugliness of the world. Buying objects that are beautiful, unnecessary or excessive, may come into play when this card is drawn. So be careful of wasting funds on items just because you want them. You may feel compelled to buy something beyond your budget because you think it's beautiful while you really don't need it. On the other hand, you may be attracting these very things on your own. Venus also rules money, especially money shared in a partnership or marriage, but this can be a business enterprise as well. Money worries should find resolution. Art, hair salons, restaurants, movies, concerts, dance recitals, craft shows, cosmetics, and fashion may figure in. You may be dealing with artists or people who work in the arts. You may discover a more creative and artistic side to yourself. Venus is the most humane and fair of the planets, so you may be asked to feel compelled to settle a dispute. Court's law and judgment may factor in. But more than this card indicates either a new love coming into your life or the improvement or the new start of an older love relationship. So when Venus card presents itself in a reading, the first thing to focus on is romance and love, but after that, creativity and refinement. You can be assured you are found very attractive at this present time and may be the subject of some advances. If so, the romance becomes playful, even childlike. It is time for full heart blessings. If a relationship begins, it will have more of a sense of commitment and happiness to it, unless the Saturn card comes up in the spread, and if so, the love will seem cold or restrictive. Venus is the planet of charmers, so you may want to pour on the charm in the situation. There's a tendency to become more socially engaged at this time, engaging. At this time, people will genuinely be sweeter, more helpful, and amenable. It is a good period to smooth ruffled feathers or make peace with others. Using diplomacy will serve you momentously at this time. And the corresponding card is the Empress card. Comforts, love, beauty, eating, sensing, relating, expensive purchases. So I feel like if we better our relationships with others around us, we use more love and compassion to maybe take that moment to really be more intimate with others around us, and that doesn't have to be sexual. Just build those relationships up, because we have gotten so digital nowadays that we just tend to hide and not talk to anybody else, and we read so many comments and stuff on social media and yada yada. We forget that people are actually people sometimes. So don't let the weight of the world get to you, and keep in mind that self-doubt and holding yourself back is really just self-sabotage. You can use many things to better yourself, and one of the better things that I have found that has worked for me has been yoga, breath work, meditation, journaling, working out, going on hikes, taking a salt bath, listening to frequencies on YouTube. You could look up frequencies, watching what you eat. Sometimes I can really notice my moods and how I feel and how groggy I feel if I eat really crappy food. So just try to eat healthier and actually make moves to better yourself. I'm going to mention the breath work one more time. I'm going to be a little annoying about it now because I've been going through breath work in my school. And it really actually makes a huge difference. And I really think that it should be a requirement before people even take medicine. So I think that we should really look into this and use this, this factor that is just life within us to better ourselves and get yourself further. Use this time to release, guys. It's a perfect time to let go and give yourself self-care. Look upon your goals and your desires and what's serving you, release what's not, and then build on for better. It's going to get better. Keep on moving. Thank you.